My engagement album is officially done and I'm going to walk through every page. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kirsten and I created the scrapbook as a wedding gift for my sister. This is an 8.5 by 11 post-bound leather album, and I'll have all of the supplies that I used listed below. Starting with the first page, we have their wedding invitation, including some of the stationery like the seal and the ribbon. I love having their invitation as the first page because it sets the tone for the entire album and also has their wedding colors. Plus, now they'll always have a copy of it in case they didn't save it themselves. At the beginning, I included their engagement story and where they got married. He proposed while they were on a trip to the Garden of the Gods, and the photos are so beautiful. I wanted the background to reflect the landscape, so I cut the rock formations out of paper, and I included photos of the ring that I got to use. Right after they got engaged, they threw an engagement party. All of their friends and family came together to celebrate, so of course I had to capture the memories. I have a photo of them together and added a really pretty frame around it, and added some pictures of the decor at the top. The second page is a collage with all of the people who showed up. I love doing collages when I have a lot of pictures I need to include, and to decorate these pages, I used balloon and floral embellishments with a dusty blue color throughout. The next two pages are of their engagement photos that they took. I kept these pages really simple because the photos themselves are just so beautiful that I didn't want to take away attention from them. I used this whimsical flower paper as the background and just added a few stickers in the blank areas. I love how well the photos correlate to the soft color scheme of the paper. Of course, I had to include the journey of finding the perfect wedding dress. We went shopping and she got to try on a whole bunch of different dresses. I thought it would be a cool concept to document a lot of the dresses that she tried on and was considering, just so she can look back one day and see all of the choices and the trends of this year. I tried being really nonchalant while I was taking these photos because I didn't want her to have any ideas that I was using them for a scrapbook, and I think I was successful. If you're making your own engagement album, I highly recommend that you document the wedding dress shopping. It's one of my favorite pages in her album. These next two pages are pretty basic. The photo on the left was taken the same day we went dress shopping and got lunch. I love this photo so much and I thought it was so beautiful, so I wanted to include it somewhere. I kept it really basic with some heart paper and a few stickers. And on the right side is the invitation to her bridal shower. Again, I think preserving the invitations is a great way to keep the memories alive so that you can remember the when and where of an event. And on the next page is documenting her bridal shower. I have a whole separate video on when I created this and a few clips from the party. The sage green and blush pink color scheme looks so pretty together. Again, I wanted to include as many pictures of people that I could fit so that I could capture everyone who was a part of this day. Always include as many family photos as you can in your scrapbooks because it's so nice to have everyone together in a photo. But yeah, this layout is pretty simple. I cut squares of pattern paper and used them for the background so that I could get as many colors and patterns as possible. I think it turned out really nice. This is another great layout that I also have a separate video on. We had a family bachelorette party so everyone could celebrate together. They planned a night out where we took a limo downtown and stopped at a few different places for dinner and drinks. The limo was so much fun and we had a great time listening to music and dancing. My favorite part about these pages are the dried flowers that I preserved. In one of my sister's cocktails, they put this baby's breath stem in one of her drinks, and before we left, I grabbed it without her noticing and added it to the layout. It makes the album all the more special and I love how it looks. I also documented my sister's actual bachelorette trip where we went to Florida. To create these pages, I ended up cutting around the people in the photos and making an outline of them. I really liked the result and I was able to include a lot more pictures this way. The pool girl on the raft is also really cute and I still can't believe I found almost an exact replica of the car that we drove around. These two pages are just really cute and fun. They both turned out amazing. Last but not least, we have a layout dedicated to cake tasting. There were a bunch of options they could choose from, such as the flavor of the cake and the icing, so I wanted to capture her trying as many as possible. I also include these really cute die-cut cakes at the bottom. Cake tasting is another big step in planning a wedding, so it's nice to have it documented this way. And the very last thing that I included in the scrapbook is this letters to the bride section. During the bridal shower, I had an area where people could write a little letter to my sister for her to open up on her wedding day, giving their well wishes or to share their best marriage advice. This is the perfect way to send her off on her next chapter in life. I hope that she loves the scrapbook that I made her and can always go back and look at these fun memories. I had a lot of fun putting this together and totally recommend other people to make an engagement scrapbook if they're getting married.